Paris Major's here. Let's do the Pickems.
Bingo, bango, bongo, bish, bash, bosh.
Right, the Paris Major's here, boys. It's time for the Challenger Stage Pickems. Let's not waste any time. Let me move this. Let's not waste any time at all. Right, so, who's going to go 3-0? Monty. I think Monty. They look really good during the RMRs. Let's go. That's my fringe pick. I think they look really good during the RMRs. I think they're a really solid team. They're against FaZe first, and I think, let's be honest, I think FaZe are gonna have an upset here, and I don't really know who else I would put. I mean, maybe I would put G2, but I don't really want to I want to put G2 at the bottom, because even though I shit talk this strategy a lot, it seems to work for everyone else, and I didn't do very well in the Rio one. Well, I did well in the Rio one, but I'm cocked up in the Legend stage like most people. Every other major I've got the diamond coin though, so hopefully it'll be good. So that being said, I think FaZe are going to go through. I don't think they should go out here, even though obviously last couple of times they've choked it a bit. G2 are obviously going to go through. I don't think there's any chance they don't. I mean, Apex, I think everyone sleeps on them. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to go through. They show up against big teams, big names, and honestly, I think personally, the Apex is underrated, and I think, frankly, they are going to get through the stage. Will they get through the Legend stage? Probably not. But they're a tier 2 team that actually has potential to do well, and I think there's quite a lot of teams in this group that actually, frankly, I don't think have any potential at all to do anything. So anyway, we'll leave it there for now. But I think ESPOSORTS will get through. ESPOSORTS have been looking pretty decent recently. I think it's pretty reasonable to expect ESPOSORTS. I'm pretty confident about all 4 of these picks. I think if any Pickems should have all 4 of these. Maybe Apex is debatable, but I'm pretty sure that Apex will be fine. OG, I think OG will make it to the Legend stage. I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't think the caliber of this group is very high, to be honest. I think there's some obvious standouts here, at least. Mouse, I think, go through. Not the penultimate go through pick for us, but actually very much could be up here somewhere. I think they'll do fine. And then obviously last I would put Liquid, because even though Gamer Legion, I like Gamer Legion, but I just don't think they're going to go through. You could also put Complexity here, but I feel like Complexity's matchups are not too favourable. It depends. If there's a lot of upsets and Complexity end up getting put up against certain teams in a certain order, then fair. Like if Complexity somehow, I don't know, who were they against first? I can't remember. I think they might win their first game against the I want to say it's either against Pain or Mongols. Oh, it's against Gamer Legion. Sorry, never mind. So I think I'll win their first game against Gamer Legion, but Gamer Legion haven't looked too great recently. They did really well last major, but I don't see it happening again. Complexity, they're a pretty good team, but there's quite a lot. There's a standard group of 8 teams that are really good, and then there's 8 teams that are actually a little bit, like 4 teams that are just shit, and frankly, and then 4, not shit actually, but you know what I mean, 4, and then 4 teams that are actually debatable. So I think Complexity, they're an okay team. They might get through. That might be an upset. But Fluxio, probably not going to happen. The Mongols, probably not going to happen. Even though, they might be underrated. We've not seen a lot of them against these kind of teams, so who knows, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to get through. They might not go 0-3, as you'll see in a second when I put my 0-3 pick in. Greyhound, frankly, they're tourists. Every single year they appear at the major, but they sometimes take a map, but it's not common. Gamer Legion, don't look as hard as they did last time. Pain Gaming, I mean, again, same sort of thing. They're a decent team, but they're not like the best Brazilian team that there is. So actually, I think putting them in the book to go through is a bit unreasonable. I mean, they might upset, but I don't think they will with the teams that are here. Fours, good team, probably slept on. I think fours have a really good chance of upsetting. If any of these sort of average teams are going to upset, it's going to be fours. NIP, I just don't see them going through here. I mean, NIP are great and everything. Maybe you put them instead of, maybe you can consider them instead of Apex, but I think you would put fours there, or I think you would put complexity there. I don't think you would put NIP. I think NIP are gonna. I don't see it happening. Maybe you could put instead of OG, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. But anyway, time for my 0-3. I think 0-3 is going to be Greyhound. Yeah, and I think those are my picks, to be honest. I think that's pretty reasonable. I did a little bit of thinking before the video, but I think it's reasonable. I want to keep it nice and short because I know the last time I rambled a lot, and I did ended up rambling a little bit towards the end of this video. But this is it's one take, boys. So I think these are going to be my Pickems for this time. I'm going to update those and enjoy the major, everyone. I'm sure it's going to be great. First time with a UK team. Into the breach, you're winning this one, boys. See you later. Right, as I left, I've changed my mind. I think we're taking out Liquid. I think Liquid, they're decent, they're very decent, but I've just had a little bit of another look at HLTV, and I think Pain would win in a 1v1 against Liquid. So I think this is going to be my lineup, actually, from now on. Would I put fours instead of OG? 2 seconds. Right, final time, guys. I'm taking OG out, and I'm putting in fours. I think that's what I'm going to do. These are actually my final picks. These are my final picks. I think fours have done really well recently, and I think they're a pretty good team. So going straight when I was going over them, I think this is probably the best pick. You could arguably put Fluxio in the 0-3, but I'm going to keep it Greyhound because I just don't think, like, if Fluxio came up against Greyhound, I think Fluxio is winning. Right? If they came up against if Greyhound come up against Mongols, the Mongols are winning. If they come up against Complexity winning. If they come up, anyway, any team that they come up against, Greyhound's losing, right? So in this group, so maybe there's an upset, but I think it's probably the most likely. So I'm going to keep it here. Thank you for watching. These are my picks. Good luck with your Pickems, everyone. I lost my stop recording button.